Hi, it's Russ from Pro Tools Expert, and I've got myself a copy of the new Native Instruments Cuba library, which is built around the Latin instruments, Latin percussion instruments. And as ever, it's comprehensive. So I'm going to give you a show and tell, show you what it does and the different things you can do with it, and some sound stuff. So basically what you have is you have all the samples, lots of articulations of those samples, then you have a pattern generator. Lots of patterns come with it, so you don't have to figure out how to play like a Latin percussionist. And then you can edit them as well. You can drag and drop them into your DAW or drag them, drop them over to your timeline. And you do all sorts of stuff. There's also a mixer built in, but it doesn't stop there. Then we've got some Latin instruments. So you've got some Latin backings of piano and bass and guitar and stuff like that. So basically how it works is when you load any library, and then you can come in and start trying them out. So you have the play section here, really. Then the single articulations of each instrument. So we could go into something else. So we go percussion ensembles, and we could go to hand percussion if we want to. Try these. And what's helpful as well is if you see here, you can see where it's telling you where it all starts. So we go down a couple of octaves in. Put another one in. You can host sync it or play it from the keys, and of course then we could come in and slow it down and play it like that. Let's play another one. So let's go into the editor now. So here's the editor. The editor's nice. You can go in and do different articulations of an instrument. So we could go in solo them. So we're going to like a conga here. Every time you press this, you get a different articulation. Now when you've got one you like, you can simply pick it up then and drag and drop it out to your desktop or drag it out to your DAW. You can change the groove of that. Now ahead of the beat. Very tight. Looser. More gentle. It's 3 in the morning. 5 in the evening. Then you can go through these patterns as well. We can go to like the second bar. So it's all pretty straightforward. You have 2 bars on and just have as long a bar as you need. So that's a 4-bar pattern if you have it like that, or just a single 1-bar pattern. So then we can go in and we can edit the sound of these by going to the mixer. So we've got the sends here. So take the conga for example. So some of these should be familiar from other libraries that they've already shipped before. Now the width is nice on it. The drive as well. And there's a reverb here. You can come to the reverb if you click it and then choose different kinds of reverb as well. That's really nice, the club one. I think on the master section as well, I've got width. Very narrow, nice and wide. Then of course you can save those mixers, and there's some mixers that it comes with. So there's mixer presets there. Let's play another ensemble. This is the salsa ensemble. So let's come out of there now, and then we have single percussion. We can go in and we can go, say, for bongos or something. The samples are beautiful, really nicely done. Let's try the Cajun. Now this would be great for this isn't just limited. I know it's called Cuba, but you could use this in folk music or something like sort of Mumford & Sons almost as well. The timbales are particularly nice. I like those. So the samples are beautiful. But then we go a stage further and we've got melodic ensembles. So let's bring in the melodic stuff. And we've got whole groups. So the bottom hand here, we have the track playing. And then at the top here, we've got a trumpet. You get it anyway. Great for weddings. And again, we've got the mixer, we can go in and so there's the classic stuff. Then we've got the contemporary stuff. Let's play you these. Gloria Estefan fans can start doing backing tracks for her. Then we've got more classic stuff. But joking apart, if you write film scores and stuff, or you're composing for TV, then this is going to be a very, very useful library for you to have. And of course, if you work in this kind of music, then it's a perfect library to have as well. It's also helpful as well as you play these, you can see the actual keys that they're playing in. And don't forget, of course, because you can then go in and edit them, you can really get some really cool stuff. So then we also have, and I think there's a final one, then there's the old school stuff. Let me just play that quickly. We'll come out of that now. Then we have the melodic instruments. So all of these are separate instruments as well, and really nice. Lovely sample. Go in the mixer again. But now we've got comp and tape. A bit nice and loose and open. And again, we've got different patterns. So there's the bass. Then we've got a good old kind of Cuban piano as well. course, we can go in again into the mixer and do different things to it. Add a different reverb in. And in particular, there's a nice kind of guitar. But also a nice trumpet with several articulations. So we go through and we can play these different sounds. And you see here the red ones as I'm pressing them, we're getting different versions of the same trumpet. So a nice trumpet as well. So there's a lot there. It's loaded with loads of stuff, and if you go digging deep, you find some cool stuff. And the ability to drag and drop the MIDI over to your DAW is really good because you can drag and drop it and change keys and stuff and move stuff around, which is very nice. So there we go. That's a show and tell of the Cuban series. It's obviously very, very specific. It's a bit like the African series, but worth having in your arsenal because it's got some great samples of great instruments, but also some fantastic playing. And often, you know, with drums and percussion, it's not always about the samples. It's also about the playing as well, which makes them sound authentic. So this is one that's worth checking out for those of you in this kind of music or in TV and film production, and you want to have some extra sounds in your library. Great job. Perfect as ever in terms of creation, and well worth checking out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.